Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spiritual Readiness in a Time of Shift. Today, I want to talk to you about the state of consciousness that many of us who are intuitive planetary leaders are finding ourselves in at this moment. I have been struggling with a sense of tremendous responsibility and burdens that are placed upon me by individuals that are in my care, and more importantly, planetary events that are so catastrophic and so big that they feel often that I'm trying to push back an avalanche. Yes, I have certain kind of gifts and abilities, and many people place prayer requests to me, and I'm able to intercede in their behalf to source. And often there is amelioration, if not miraculous change that occurs. But there are certain things that one has to recognize is beyond your pay grade. When I'm thinking about more specifically what occurred recently when the Amazon was on fire, at the same time, several months earlier, Siberia had 12 million hectares of land that were also on fire. And there was fire also in Africa and in other places around the world, wildfire running through. Hurricanes, earthquakes, disease, political and social issues. And as these requests are coming in for help, I have to kind of ask myself, which disaster do I address first? There is a sense of being overwhelmed and overpowered by the size of the event. One of the lessons I have to learn is that there are certain things that are beyond the scope of what I, as a human being, is capable of doing. And therefore, the burden, because every time somebody places a prayer request because they know I have this ability, there is an expectation, although not spoken in their part, that they expect a miraculous change, as if I had fairy dust, and I'm supposed to just blow it and then cause miraculous things to happen to them. And because of this expectation, I feel a sense of being courted to this expectation and a sense of this tremendous pressure for me to perform as a healer. And I have to be honest with you, it's a tremendous sense of responsibility. And a lot of times, the action that needs to be taken is absolutely nothing. Because there are certain cosmic events or planetary karmic events that are taking place that I or any other healer on the planet are not capable of changing or transmuting. Therefore, we have to step out of the way and allow this karmic lesson to be learned. So one of the things I had to recently realize is that I have to release control. I have to let go of my desire because it's triggering on what I call the self-sacrifice program. It's a negative program that I have in me, that I am the mother pelican and I can pick up my entrail and feed my young. I will find the strength within me to be able to do all of these things. But these events recently certainly pointed out to me that I have to let go. I have to surrender. And I have to go into source and surrender all of it. I was tremendously burdened by this responsibility, and I begin to let it go. And I felt the ease and the flow, and more importantly, the peace of God being given back to me. I was no longer burdened with the responsibility of healing and repairing everyone in the planet. Yes, there are certain things that I cannot see. There are certain things I don't know. I don't know the details of what the future holds. There are certain things I have visions and I have perception and I can see. There are other things. In fact, sometimes when I ask certain kind of question about the future, they responded back to me and said to me, it is in a need to know basis. And right now, Pierre, you don't need to know. And there are certain things I don't need to know. and I don't need to be responsible for. And I need to let go and surrender the responsibility to heal, to repair, to shepherd, to guide away from me and give it back to God. And let everyone through God find a way to peace, to serenity, and to safe shores. One of the biggest level of ascension that anyone can achieve is to become a witness. And to be a witness is to observe without having any objections. Is to simply look without having an agenda or preconceived filter on what you're going to look and how the experience. In other words, you're not changing the experience. You're just allowing yourself to perceive it with no preconceived notion. And for that to happen, you have to be internally in stillness. And you have to internally be in silence. And if you're not at peace inside of you, this cannot occur. And that, my friend, is the greatest lesson that I had to learn very recently. I need to let go. And it's going to get worse. The planetary events are going to get worse. The disasters are going to get worse. I have to really practice this. I have to keep remembering, let go, surrender. It is not up to you to be able to control all of it. There is tremendous humility in this, and there is nothing wrong with being small in front of the throne room of God. Just prostrate yourself and let God take over, and don't burden yourself with the responsibility to repair and to heal. Blessings to all of you, and I'll speak to you next week. Thank you.